All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to our second session of Explore Nutrition. We'll get right into it. So our plan for today is to talk about two topics, clean eating and balanced eating. All right. So clean eating. What is clean eating? It can often be a buzzword with many different meanings to many different people. Although it's a broad term, I'll kind of give you what my perspective is, and hopefully it will leave you with more insight on what to focus on for your diet and nutrition. A clean diet is eating the way nature intended. It's about eating real food for a healthy, happy life. So clean eating is simple. It is eating whole foods or real foods that are unprocessed or minimally processed, unrefined, and unhandled. So pretty much as close to their natural form as possible without any additives. So that's kind of a general definition. All right, so some tips to help you focus on clean eating would be to seek to eliminate or minimize processed foods. Processed foods are anything that you can find in a box, bag, a can, or a package. Although there are a few exceptions to that rule, like, for instance, like a bag of spinach that would be a whole food or a clean food. The majority of your food should be fresh. So convenience foods, fast foods from the drive-through, and frozen meals, those are all processed foods. Number 2, limit sugar and salt. If you're focusing on limiting processed foods, this should be a pretty easy transition as well. Number 3, don't drink your calories. So avoid calories coming from coffees, from soda, soft drink, those energy drinks that people drink. Really focus on all your calories coming from your food. And, if you do have something to drink, choose water. Then unsweetened beverages like tea and sparkling waters would be my suggestion. And then number 4, limit the ingredients. So the fewer the ingredients, the better. Look at the ingredient list and find foods with 5 or less ingredients, or better yet, find foods that don't have any ingredients at all. All right, and then on this screen, I have a few different examples of how food is processed. So focusing on all the foods on the left, those are, clean foods, minimally processed, straight from the plant, potentially straight from the animal. So in the upper left-hand corner, we have chicken soup. The chicken is, hopefully without hormones or antibiotics, organic potentially. You have the broth that would be made from the same type of chicken, the vegetables cut up, and that would be as clean as possible. The next one in between is the canned, with potentially some ingredients that make it the preservatives, those type of things, maybe some additional sodium. And then you have the powdered version of soup that is added sometimes to make soups. So you see a few different examples. I'll do another one. You have your eggs on the bottom right corner. The one on the left is potentially right from the hen house. The one in the middle is maybe fortified with some extra omega-3s, and then you have the egg beaters. Peanut right from the peanut plant. Peanut butter made right from the peanuts, just put in the blender, maybe just added a little oil, maybe even not, and then there's the processed peanut butter that we buy at the jar in the store. So there's, once again, just a few examples of the progression of how food is processed from the most clean state to the most processed state. So that hopefully that will give you a real better understanding of what to look for when you do look for foods. All right, and then our next topic is balancing your diet. And one a balanced diet is one that provides the body with all the essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals required to maintain cells, tissue, and organs, as well as to function correctly. Oftentimes, people are very focused on the amount of calories they're eating, and I feel like this is very important to do, but the next level to that would be focusing on the combination of macronutrients. So when I talk about macronutrients, I want you to focus on your carbs, your fats, and your proteins. There are 3 macronutrients that all foods are made up of. Most of the time, food contains at least 2, mostly 3 of these. There's rarely foods that only contain 1 macronutrient. So there's definitely a combination of these healthy fats, lean proteins, and complex carbs. Healthy fats help you feel full and satisfied. They're great for heart health. They help absorb nutrients. You can find healthy fats in fatty fishes like salmon and tuna, nuts, avocados, olive oil. And then protein. Lean proteins is where you want to focus. It helps maintain and build muscle mass. To find protein, you can find it in meat sources, grains, beans, and vegetables. And then carbs are an important source of fuel for our muscles, for exercise, and just getting through the day. So focusing on complex carbohydrates is a good place for your fuel source to maintain a good blood sugar level, an energy level. Whole grains, beans, nuts, and vegetables all contain complex carbs. So generally speaking, about 45 to 65% of your calories from carbs. Generally speaking, 20 to 35% of your calories from fats. And generally speaking, 10 to 35% of your calories from protein. And I really do stress generally speaking because everybody is different. Everybody has different goals. And you have to really understand what your goals are in order to change or impact these this pie chart here. And let's see here. So what I would like for you to focus on from our session today is to really understand, what does clean eating mean to you? So how can you focus on that for your diet, specifically looking at those 3 pictures of each of the foods and how they're progressing through that process state. And then the second one is, what are the 3 macronutrients, and understanding those. All right, you guys, thank you for being here today. We have a quick session. Our next session is talking about the plate method and kind of understanding how to build our plate to be the most nutritious and beneficial for your goals. All right, until then, we'll talk to you. Have a great